What's the word, everybody? It's Abwon, and this is the introduction to Rogue One, my spoiler-free review. It's like the last blockbuster of 2016. I know it seems like a long time since I've done a review. I think it's only been like maybe 3 weeks, but in the internet world, that is a long time. Anyway, I was busy doing big moves, big things in real life, but I'm back. You know, I premiered a new episode for my Full Court Press series, so if you're into NBA basketball, you can check that out. But right now, it's all about Rogue One. So 3 things. 1, I got a live league segment for you guys. 2, I have an afterthought segment for you guys. Oh, goodies. 3, my actual review is not going to be that long, simply because the afterthought segment is long enough, and I think it's good enough to hold down the actual review. That's really what you guys want to hear anyway. You really don't want to hear me rant. So, and plus it's Star Wars. Like, I feel you either like Star Wars or you don't. And the people that do like Star Wars really just don't care what I'm going to say about the review, because they're going to go into the movie with the mindset that they're going to like it anyway. And if you don't like Star Wars, you're not even going to hear this review because you don't care about it, period. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first and foremost, let me just say this. I am not a Star Wars fan. Wait. Before you cut this review off like, yo, this dude just about to be a hater, let me just explain myself. I'm not into Star Wars cosplay. Well, I'm not into cosplay, period. I don't read the Star Wars books. I've played a few of the games. I didn't really like them. But I'm just not a Star Wars fan. But I respect the franchise. I respect its success. And I appreciate the franchise. And I also feel like I'd be doing myself a huge disservice if I called myself a film buff, a movie head, or whatever it's called, and I just didn't watch them. You can't say you like football and not watch the Super Bowl. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense. So when I saw the commercial for this movie, the trailer, I had every intention of watching it and reviewing it, and I walked into the movie with an open mind, like I do every movie. So with that being said, I'm just going to tell you now, I like the movie. Simple and plain, I like the movie. The aesthetics were great. The visuals were great. The movie looked really good. If I had the opportunity to watch it in IMAX 3D, and I don't even like IMAX 3D movies, but I would watch this movie in IMAX 3D. The sound, typical Star Wars sound. But, I mean, I feel like that's what makes Star Wars Star Wars. It's the allure. It's the universe. It's the environment, I guess you can say. Like, you can watch a Star Wars movie with your eyes closed and know it's a Star Wars movie just because of the way it sounds. You know, they have like all the robots, the androids, even like the transitions from scene to scene have these specific sounds. So it stays true to it. You know what I mean? The best part about this movie was that it's a gritty, real Star Wars movie. Well, I'm not even going to say it's a real Star Wars movie. It's just a gritty movie. You know, it's real people doing real things. It's not, oh, you know, I'm just going to choke this guy out from across the room because I have force powers, or I'm going to pull this dagger from behind the wall and slice somebody with my mind because I use the force, like in every Star Wars movie. No, it wasn't like that. These people have to really strategize and figure out how they're going to overcome and take down the Imperial, or whatever it's called, the guards, the soldiers, the powers that be. They have to figure out how to do it without all of this extracurricular foolishness at their disposal. All of the characters were different in their own way, and they all stand out in their own way. They have their own strengths and their own weaknesses. Like, my favorite character in this movie was blind, but he was very wise. He used the Force in some way, but he didn't use it in the way I just said. It was more of like a belief, a way of life, or a religion. And the only way you'll understand what I'm saying is if you watch the movie. You have to understand that. But he had the dopest weapon in the movie, in my opinion. But everybody had like their own little niche. You know what I mean? And I think it worked. It worked really well. Ip Man is in this movie. If you watch those movies, Ip Man, the guy that plays Nas from The Night Of is in this movie. And somebody else. There were a few other characters that were, I guess, up and coming, I guess you can say, that I recognized from somewhere. I can't put my finger on it. But the acting was good. However, the main actress, Felicity Jones, I think her name is, I don't know. I feel like she really looked the part in terms of the leading actress for a movie, but she just didn't act the part. Now, you know, sometimes when you think of a movie, right, you think of one person. Oh, Forrest Gump, the first person you think of is Tom Hanks, right? Training Day, the first person you think of is Denzel Washington. This movie, the first person you think of is going to be Felicity. But when you watch the movie, she's more of a robot than the robots in the movie. She really has no emotion. She doesn't really do much. And honestly, for the first 20 minutes of the movie, I thought she wasn't going to say a word, because a lot of the scenes, she just stood there and just stared at whoever was talking to her and didn't say anything. And I'm just like, so it's like the big reveal at the end, the fact that she can talk. I don't know. I didn't think she did a great job acting-wise. But she looked the part. She looked great. She looked the part. So, outside of that, I really loved the characters. Another thing that I didn't like was that the robot companion that's in every Star Wars movie, for some reason, this one was just way too human. He was sarcastic, really sarcastic, overly sarcastic. He apologized a few times. He was making logical decisions, but I get that. You're a machine. Okay, cool. But then he had feelings and emotions, and I'm like, you're not an android. You're just like a robot? But, I mean, even then, it's just like, why are you apologizing? Like, you don't even know what you did wrong. You're a robot. I don't know. I just didn't get it. But I understand why they did it, because he was more like comic relief. So I get why they did it, but not to the point where it was like Jar Jar Binks, where it was like really disrespectful and really corny. It wasn't like that. He actually had a purpose in this film. And the last thing I didn't like in this movie was that I didn't feel like it was an epic movie. Like, I felt like it was a Star Wars film, yes, but I didn't feel like it was an over-the-top blockbuster epic movie. Like, you know, when you watch movies like Lord of the Rings or even Transformers, you can feel like, man, these are like massive robots fighting, and humans are just, you know, peons and minuscule compared to the vast majority of these robots. You know what I'm saying? Like the size of these machines. I just didn't feel that way watching this movie. It could have been because I was in a smaller theater. I wasn't in IMAX. But that's just the way I felt. But the same reason we're watching The Transporter in Rambo or even The Expendables is not the same reason we're going to go watch a Star Wars movie. So I get that. So it's okay. But like I said, all in all, it worked. The pacing was also really good, too. I wanted to go to the bathroom a few times, and I had to force myself to sit in the seat because I just felt like I was going to miss something. So it was good, because a lot of other Star Wars movies I watch, I'm sitting there and I'm like twiddling my thumbs, and I'm like, is this movie going to pick up, like, where's Darth Vader at? You know what I mean? So they have some cameos in this movie, they do, and the cameos do not last too long. They do their thing and they keep it moving. They don't just take the spotlight. And I felt like that was a great decision, because if this was supposed to be a movie just about these characters as a side story of the main Star Wars movies, and they just had Darth Vader on the screen for like 80 minutes, people would have just been like, okay, well, this is like The Force Awakens Part 2. So kudos to the directors and the writers or whatever may have you for staying on track, understanding, sticking to their vision, and not just catering to the audience. So all in all, I'm going to give this movie a 7.8. I would give it an 8, but like I said, I didn't feel like it was like a major, big-time blockbuster film. So, but I enjoyed it. I would not watch it again. However, I would recommend it. And if you are a Star Wars fan, you're most likely going to give it a 9 or a 10. So, you know, I saw some statements saying it was the best Star Wars movie since the originals. I don't know if I can stand by that statement. I'd have to watch them all again. But for right now, it's a good movie. I probably would buy it on DVD, but as of right now, I'm not going to watch it again. But I'm going to tell you to go watch it. So I got the live leak coming for you guys next. And after that, I have the Afterthoughts segment with some special guests. It's a real treat. I want y'all to check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, y'all. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers within the next 2 months. So don't forget to subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. And I'll check y'all later for my next review, which will probably be Assassin's Creed. All right, y'all. Peace. What's good, everybody? It's Abwon, and this is the Afterthoughts segment, like I usually do. And I am here with the director, the producer, and an actor from the short film on Film Valor. You can check them out on my page or featured channel, Rogue 101. I will put the link in the description, and I'll also have a link to the video at the end of this video as well. We're going to talk about Star Wars Rogue 101, Star Wars Rogue One, our thoughts and everything like that. So first, you guys can introduce yourselves. Jameson Locasio, you guys definitely have seen him with my
What's up,
my
everybody?
Sully review. He's back.
How you guys doing? Yeah, I'm Jameson Locasio again. I'm a film director, writer-director. I'm also the creator of Film Valor here with Adam. You want to introduce yourself as well?
Hey, my name's Adam Ambrosio. I'm one of the producers on the short film. Also, I play the Rebel Commander in Rogue 101, and we're happy to be here.
Hey, I'm Matt Painovich. I'm also the actor, play the Dark Trooper in Rogue 101. Also glad to be here. It's a lot of fun.
First question I always ask everybody when we do this. 1 through 10, what would you give Rogue One? 1 out of 10.
Okay, without spoilers, if you want to see, like, if you want that classic Star Wars feel, I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay. Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
I'd say about a 9. About a 9 too, solid 9.
Okay.
Definitely. As a Star Wars fan, I loved it. It was phenomenal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'd give it a solid 8.
Yeah.
Maybe 8 to maybe even 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
If there was one thing that you guys could change about this movie, what would it be?
I guess the CGI
Yes.
could have been a little bit more,
CGI.
a little bit more understanding, and a little bit more more that you could like agree that it was actually there.
Yeah, like there's some characters that have this new thing that they do a lot nowadays in these Hollywood films, where they have CGI faces that are put over them, and a lot of times it's, it looks pretty good. Maybe to the average person it could look real, but I just feel like you can kind of see through the fact that it looks a little video game-ish sometimes.
Yeah.
But
Like
of
what
course,
they did with Paul Walker and Fast,
exactly.
7.
Like, they're bringing some people back from the dead here, though, so it's like, at the same time, you're like, you know what? All right, I guess you had to. So, and they did it pretty well, and actually, without spoiling anything, one of them was really good, but I just felt the other one was like, a little strange.
Yeah, it's like it was.
Civil War.
Iron Man 3, they did that too, when he was like,
That movie
like
was
the
ass.
hologram.
But back to Star Wars, though. So we spoke about one thing that you could change. What do you feel was the absolute best part of the movie? Something that just made you say, you know what? I like this movie simply because of this. No spoilers, though. Because I'm pretty sure we all know what it is, but
cameos.
Favorite aspect or favorite part? Like,
well,
same
a
thing.
little bit of both.
It's hard to
There were a lot of cameos.
The cameos,
Yeah.
for sure. The
Cameos.
cameos.
My man, It Man was in this movie.
Yeah.
It was really good. I mean,
I know. Yeah, I liked his weapon too. His weapon was pretty
yeah,
dope.
it was good.
I also liked how his rendition of like the Force was different.
That's actually a canon concept that they actually used.
Okay.
I was actually glad that they used this. The Guardians of Willis. Vader dies, and all after the Jedi. I think after Return of the Jedi, it's like a religion that's not Jedi, but follows the light side of the Force.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
Between
was
dark
interesting.
and
But I
light.
like that it was like Star Wars.
Yeah.
The war of Star Wars, like we really were in a gritty Star Wars battle, and it was very violent, and there was a lot of punch to it, and I've never seen so many stormtrooper deaths before in so many creative ways, and it was interesting to see it that like punched up, and I thought that was like a really cool concept.
I like what you said. Like, it really brought the wars part.
Yeah,
of
it was gritty.
Yeah,
it was really gritty.
I could compare it to like a World War II film, like
Exactly.
The Thin Red Line, or something like that. It had that really,
if this is
dark. It was pretty much dark.
It was really dark.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how it reminded us of Shadows of the Empire, which was an N64
Which
game.
is-
I was about to say,
Great N64 game.
And it was that was really dark, and you almost had this sense of like maybe there's a hopelessness to this galaxy now and everything else, and it was really intense. It was interesting that way. It really was. Yeah.
My issue with this movie is, I had 2 issues. One of them I did not like. I mean, he was cool, the droid, I just didn't like how they tried to dehumanize him. I'm like, how does this robot like know where sarcasm is? How does he have feelings? But I get it though, because it works.
Because all droids are assholes in Star Wars.
Yeah, so
Right.
I figured it was. And the other one I didn't like. The main actress, I felt like she looked the part, but she just like really wasn't very convincing to me.
She didn't deliver much necessarily beyond what was there already.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't. It's hard to say if that was her or was a writing thing. Like, you know, I don't. Every time they said, I can't. Can I bring it up? Every time they said her little nickname, it bothered me.
Yeah. Okay.
It bothered me a lot.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
at the same time, I'm like I have to be open to these things because this is new Star Wars. It's not old Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's not
Exactly.
So I'm like, okay, what is this? This is weird, but. Anyway, I don't know. That was something that bothered me. But Felicity Jones, I thought she was really good given the scenario. You know, she's worked into something that's you know, that is very limited, and also her one character, you know, description is being rebellious, you know, or being a badass, you know. So it's like, okay, I guess she pulled that off. You know,
you think she was very bad-ashes?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
She didn't have many layers besides like the whole father thing.
Definitely,
you know
exactly.
She reminded me of the one from Force Awakens. Like,
yeah,
she had that same mentality.
I
actually thought at one point, like maybe this was her because I didn't really follow up on the plot or anything that much. All I knew is that it takes place a little bit before the first original film, and so I kind of felt like, all right, well, maybe this is Force Awakens girl, but she's like Jedi, maybe, so she can't age that well. You know, she has a good aging process. So I'm like,
yeah.
So I kind of felt like.
But you'd think Rey was more likable, though.
She liked what's her name?
You like Felicity Jones?
I liked her better.
That's interesting. Yeah. No, that's interesting.
Jin, I believe her name.
Jen, right? That's the only name I picked up, but I thought it was Jen.
Me too.
I couldn't hear the pronunciations of the names that
It was difficult. It was.
The accents and stuff.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
I definitely need to watch that movie with like subtitles.
Yeah,
I saw one. You know how they have like the quotes from like the newspapers, and they're like the biggest blockbuster. But one of them stood out to me, and it said, and I think we spoke about this too. They said it's the best Star Wars film since the originals. My question to you guys, because I know you guys are Star Wars fans, really Star Wars, like die hard. Yeah. Would you be able to stand by that statement if somebody asked you that today?
That's
would you
a
able
good
to stand
question.
Like, do you think that's the best Star Wars?
I think if you're comparing it to like Force Awakens, yeah.
This is definitely.
What if you're comparing it to like
this is definitely not a Disney movie.
No, the one with my gosh, what is this guy? Jar Jar Binks and shit.
Oh no,
like those movies.
It's beyond that. Yeah, it's way
yeah.
beyond that, man.
So
I mean, I still think it's those original three plus this now, and then I think you can rank Force Awakens in there too.
Okay.
Like, honestly, I think that like. I felt something that was like cool. It's like, you know, watching this movie for the first time. It's like watching Star Wars for the first time again.
Yeah, it was. You're right. It had like a new thing to it. But because
it was new. It was a new
familiar.
Story. You didn't know what it was. It was like watching,
that was cool.
Empire Strikes Back.
It was a big relief you didn't see the big Disney logo
True.
pop up.
Because I thought we were going to see a lot of that too.
Yeah,
right.
That kind of kills the moment.
It's like,
come on, guys. If you guys have not heard of Rogue 101, you need to. It's doing big numbers right now. It's a really good video, really good film. It's short. It's only like, 3-5 minutes?
6 and 30 minutes.
Yeah, so all y'all with ADD out there, don't worry about it. It's not 25 minutes long. So basically these guys took a budget of $30 and they put together a nice short film. It's funny. It looks phenomenal. Like, it looks really, really good. Like, it's not something somebody filmed in, like, their bathroom. It looks really, really good. What made you say, you know what? We're going to do this, and we're going to release it a week before Rogue One?
I think with Star Wars, it's such an iconic thing. And I had always wanted to do something that was, not the typical lightsaber thing that a lot of people do and stuff like that, and really get inside of the world somehow, because there's so many interesting aspects and elements of it. And a space battle was like the craziest thing in the world. So we figured if we could pull that off on nothing, it would prove to a lot of people like, oh, we can do this too. Like, we can participate in this as well without having to, break the bank or say that this is ridiculous, we can't ever pull this off.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you want to speak to that as well.
No, I mean, we thought that, we wanted to practice what we preach.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And we've been in a string of, doing short films, and we kind of like rolling in that direction for now. and Jameson had an idea that I'll admit I was hesitant at first with doing the channel with it, and then as it came along, it just it fell into place more, and we're really surprised. I mean, for $30, 3 inexperienced actors, and Jameson's creativity. I mean, he built the pilot ship.
Thank you.
And
they show you how they do it in that video too. It's amazing how they put it together. You just gotta watch it. You gotta check it out.
Thank you.
And I mean, for the amount of views that we've gotten in about a week, week and a half.
Word.
I mean, it's an accomplishment, and we feel good about it.
It's really great to have people know what you're achieving, and then to say I can do it too is the greatest thing in today's day and age. Everyone has access to cameras. Everybody can be a filmmaker and a content creator, and I think that's exciting. And if we can help encourage that, that's really what we want to do, and just give those people the power to say, I'm confident enough, I can do it. Because there were so many times when we were doing this that there were so many times when we just made Rogue 101, and on top of everything else we've ever done, where it's just like, this is so incredibly challenging. Yeah. Like, how can you? Could we really say that we can do a space battle in our garage? But there, it was just the determination to say we need to do it to prove to other people you guys can do it too.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what? And it really wasn't that hard. It was just getting through our own mental blockage, like I can't do it, and saying, you know what? Let's just try and be willing to fail at it. And that was the point that I got to, and it was just like, let's be willing to fail. Let's do it. Let's just see what happens. Wow. And if it turns out well, it'd be great. So.
Word, no, so I would definitely check that out. My man, Spawn X1.
Yeah.
Do we get to see a Dark Trooper lightsaber battle on Film Valor in the future?
Oh man, who knows?
That's a good question. I have the lightsaber props, and I showed Jameson them, and he's like, you know what? These are actually really awesome. These are fucking movie grade A. And I'm like, someday soon.
Hey, you never
someday
know.
Soon.
Rogue 102?
Yeah.
I'm saying.
We got the mask. We got the hoodie. We got everything set up.
We got it. Check out Spawn X1's channel.
Yeah.
He does a show. It's called
Stoner Reflections.
Stoner Reflections. And if you're thinking, wait, is that about? Yes, it is. But check it out. And you also play Star Wars Battlefield, right?
Yeah, Battlefront.
Yeah, Battlefront.
Cobra XMP is my screen name. If you guys want to see me there, just
you guys can get some games in. That's Film Valor for you guys. I'm Abwon over everything, and next review will probably be Assassin's Creed, which I'm not happy to review, but I'm going to do it. So anyway, thank you for joining us. Check out Rogue 101, y'all, and let us know what you think in the comments. Peace!